What's up, guys? Scry2 here. Gonna take you through this first game of our Legacy Cube draft.
It's
on
Reanimator.
Reanimator NAHIRI combo. This is a pretty good
It's
opening
Reanimator
hand.
NAHIRI combo Mardu midrange.
Yeah, it's a pretty good hand. Inquisition turn 1, Tide Holler turn 2, Anguish Unmaking.
If I'm not mistaken, this is actually the better of the games as far as both sides are concerned.
Yeah, this one lasts a little longer. First turn, obviously, Inquisition. See what they're up to, what they're up to.
I'm pretty sure we get good value off this too.
Yeah, we take Pack Rat immediately.
Pack. We kill his turn 2 play and put him off for a little bit. So
yeah, I mean, you take his turn 2, which is a Pack Rat, which is a very
Tide
good
Hollow
turn 2.
Our turn 2, which is just great.
Yep. Yeah, we make
him.
He plays Bitter Blossom, which is a good draw for him. Little did he know, we had Anguished Unmaking ready.
If I'm not mistaken, that actually winds up hurting him because he gets
no Phyrexian Arena, but
that's what it,
at this turn we're gonna go Tide Hollow Sculler. He shows us his hand again. Obviously, we know it because we saw, and we know he played Bitter Blossom, which he drew. Great freaking draw.
I think, what do we rip
We
here?
take Tireless Tracker because he can actually cast it. He's not double black yet. It was an easy choice.
Yeah, it really was because he had Forest in hand. If he had a Swamp in hand, we'd definitely burn the Lily.
Or Underworld. I mean, Underworld gives him a lot of card advantage.
Yeah, it does.
A lot.
It winds up doing that this game.
Yeah.
He draws like a madman. It's crazy.
He does. He does a lot of self-inflicted damage, but it's whatever. Yeah, we pass our turn. We've ripped a Tireless Tracker. Set him back a turn. He does get a Fairy, which is annoying because it's a 1/1 flyer. We don't really fly.
Right.
Well, we set him back. He doesn't have it to play anymore. Vantage, pretty good draw. He comes into play untapped. I want to play Lantern, but it's also wise just to go ahead and kill the Bitter Blossom before it gets out of hand.
Yeah, I think that's what we're debating here.
Yeah. No,
we wind up just killing it just because we don't want him to get ahead. With the fairies get out of hand real fast.
They do. Two is worse than 1. And then at 3 he wins the race. So, we get in for 2, see if he does any tricks, just to try and bait something out of him. But then we go Anguish Unmaking, which
it feels good.
Yeah, it's a smart play. I mean, we lose 3 life, but we'd have lost way more if he'd have gotten a couple of fairies on board.
Yeah, well, and they just because we don't have flyers, if we have a flyer, we're winning the game anyway. So.
Yeah, for sure. And I was worried about Liliana, trying to get rid of it, but yeah, Bitter Blossom, it's enchantment, so it's kind of tough to remove it if you don't have Anguish Unmaking. So go ahead and get rid of it. Go to his turn.
If I'm not mistaken, our Tide Hollow puts work in.
Oh, it does. It definitely does. He
chips him away.
Yeah. And
he also makes a couple bad plays. Like he just doesn't swing with the Bitter Blossom.
Yeah, he doesn't swing with the Fairy token or block with it, which is very confusing to me.
I feel like he forgot he had it or something.
Yeah, here we play the Lantern, and then rip a Thoughtseize and rip a card from his hand, which is the Liliana, which is great.
Yeah, just felt real good.
Yeah, absolutely.
All of our damage is self-inflicted at this point, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Tide Hollow. See, we thought he was going to block here and just burn the token, which would be cool, because he didn't swing with it, but it just sits and just does nothing. And I don't understand what he was thinking.
I was so confused. So confused, but it is what it is.
So we hit him with the Thoughtseize, rip the Lily. He's got an island.
Realizing he's playing blue.
Yeah.
This is where the card draw gets out of hand. He starts drawing like a million cards.
It starts getting scary, man.
Yeah. Then I realized,
Mr.
oh crap.
Sprinkles.
Yeah, Mr. Sprinkles. He was sprinkling that NACL at the end of the game. Yeah, and then the upkeep or main phase Underworld connections. I guess he hits. That's iffy, man. You play that end of turn.
I also didn't really get the abrupt decay on the.
I mean, you kill mana rocks. I get it.
To the Tide Hollow.
Yeah, I guess. But it does set us back on mana, which we would have been able to play Shieldred earlier had we had it. But
so
at this point,
with Tide Hollow, against the Bitter Blossom token that he's just sitting on.
Yeah, not blocking. No idea. He doesn't block. He doesn't attack. Like, he's missed 2 points of damage. Right now, it would have been a lot closer than it was had he been getting in damage, but, you know.
Like, he's just super worried on this card draw.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't get it. I really didn't.
There's the arena.
Yeah, and another card that draws him a lot of cards, but he pays 2 life a turn if he wants to get him, and that's fine with me. We have Ever After mana, but ironically, we have no creatures in the deck in the graveyard.
Go figure. If I'm not mistaken, he pops our Tide Hollow with something, and then we just do it again.
He bounces it with Venser eventually, but he finally blocks, which, 3 turns later than I thought he should have.
And he's killing himself here. If I'm not mistaken, that's how he loses. Yeah. It's like he just chips himself away over and over again with this Phyrexian Arena.
That's a surprise for later.
An answer.
They'll see that later.
Do what?
They'll see that later. But yeah, it's definitely going good for us. We're 15 to 8. But he's drawn 4 cards, so eventually, as you'll see,
we were a little worried. I'm not going to lie. Like, he starts getting way ahead on cards, and we're waiting for him to just get this bomb.
This is when we go and we're like, oh man, let's play Shieldred because we have the mana. I'm like, well, let's just attack first. Get into 2 damage, which is a good thing we did because, as you'll see, he flashes in a surprise Venser, which would have just bounced our Shieldred back to our hand. Instead, he plays into this attack, gets his Tireless Tracker back, which is fine.
Because we just rip it again.
We get to resolve Shieldred, which is amazing.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, we rip something pretty good. We replay the Tide Hollow, obviously, because it's just value. We didn't actually kill
I actually don't think we have... Do we have to? I don't remember.
I don't think we have to, but I think we do play it.
I don't know.
Just for board status.
Yeah, so we resolve Shieldred.
And then it's just beat down City from here, man. It's something.
Not really. He gets going.
Or not beat down City. I'm sorry. Lockout City. That's a better word.
Yeah. Plays Kiora, which is crazy.
This is where it starts getting a little scary because like the Kiora comes in.
Yep.
And we're like, okay, we can't really deal with that. Like, we can swing or whatever, but he just locks down our dude, and then...
Which was very unfortunate.
Yeah.
And then, after that, he plays Harmonize, draws 1 million more cards.
Instead of the tracker, that's what it was. Yeah. And then I'm pretty sure we rip the tracker next turn.
Yeah. Sculler, which is okay, get the tracker, and he has like 17 lands in his hand.
All the lands.
Yeah, it's crazy. Still nothing to Ever After, which is unfortunate. Shieldred can't attack. Well, she can. There's no point to, though. So
we kind of just hang out and let his arena just beat him down.
Yeah, he sacks the dude, and if we were able to, we'd get back a dude, but, his arena's chewing him down.
Kiora's scary, man.
Yeah.
When you can't swing at her.
Yeah. Tamiyo's more scary, though. She's definitely scarier.
This combo was fun. He's basically just like, you don't get to do anything.
Yeah.
So have fun with that.
You tap our guy. You nerf our Tide Hollow. We can't attack. You're ticking up on your Planeswalkers, but you're ticking down on life, which is...
Right.
This was confusing.
I don't know why he played,
Well, I guess he gets land out of his deck, so he kind of thins it.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is. He knows it's going to die. He just thins his deck out. It's like fetching.
Yeah.
We debate Helixing immediately.
Helix felt good.
But we keep on to it. Let him kill himself. It's inevitable. I mean, he's never going to have a creature out unless he can deal with Shieldred. So he's never going to attack us. Every Kraken comes in summoning sick. We kill it on their upkeep. They get another one end of turn. She never is going to get out of hand.
Right.
It
was just good.
It felt like we were in trouble because we had these 2 Planeswalkers sticking up against us.
Right.
But it really, it just didn't feel like it was going to matter. I mean, we got we got Lightning Helix.
Turn.
Yeah.
And then this turn, it gets a little scary here. So we're playing Sax's dude. We're feeling pretty good. Whatever resolves. Our Tide Hollow put in a lot of work. Like it was a
Yeah,
secret
he had to keep it paying attention to it, so that was important.
Yeah. This is what like the combo hurt, but this was really scary.
Yeah.
Like he stuck a Lily, and
made us sack a dude.
If he had done this a couple turns sooner, we would have probably been in trouble.
Yeah, which is an easy sack. Oh, let's pick Shield. No, let's put Tide Hollow because we're gonna get it back. I don't know if he realized that, but
yeah. So Shieldred's gone.
Why did we? Oh, we sacked Shieldred.
We have Everafter.
Yeah.
Because that way he doesn't get the tireless tracker back, which I think he wanted us to shack the tireless tracker.
Yeah.
Or to get the tireless tracker, but we were just like, just kidding. We have an ever after in hand,
yeah.
So we can just grab him back on.
I don't know. Now I'm kind of like, why did we not just get the? He was probably shocked.
Oh no, it was because. Let's see here. We're at. No, yeah, it was because we have the ever after on board, and
yeah, I know it was the ever after, but
as a blocker. This is where Mind Stone comes in and is actually super valuable.
Yeah, we just play a Mind Stone and crack it. Yeah, I'm kind of baffled by that.
I can't remember. We did it for a reason.
Yeah, maybe. It's crazy. Now to think about it. Because we would have just gotten it Tide Hollow back.
Well, no, that doesn't... Okay, yeah.
They're like,
and this felt real good because we knew he was going to plus the Lily, and we're like, all right, cool.
Yeah, we'll just put everything back in our deck.
That works for me.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
I think the only reason we didn't sack the Tide Hauler was so he couldn't play Tireless Tracker and get the clues.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair, but at this point, when he did it, we would have gotten Tide Hollow back. We would have ripped something cool from his hand because he had 7 cards. Yeah. And cracking clues isn't going to do him much good when he's down to so little cards in his library. I don't know. I think that might have been a mistake, but, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too punishing, which was nice.
Yeah.
So we dumped the Emrakul.
Yeah. That was the quickest pick.
So we just get all of our good stuff back.
Yeah.
Victor forgets how to play Moto for a second.
I do. I always forget that stupid OK button.
He's like, why can't I click this?
Yeah, I want to click Emrakul.
Wait, do you dump the Ever After?
I guess so.
Hold on here.
I guess so.
Oh, yeah, because we win next turn anyway.
We didn't want to show him the Emrakul. You're right.
That's what it was.
Yep, we did not.
Win. He takes one from the...
Absolutely. We didn't want to... We did not want to show him Emrakul, but in case something goes wrong, I think we go ahead and Banishing Light here. Yep. Because something could go wrong. You never know.
I think we Banishing Light the Lily?
I don't know.
I can't remember. We Banishing Light something.
Yeah.
Because her emblem's already out, so...
Yeah.
I think we hit the Lily. No, the Tameo.
This is where that Shieldred sack comes in to haunt us. Because she's getting Krakens. Had something gone wrong, we would have been overpowered. But luckily, he had Phyrexian Rena.
Right? He dealt more damage to himself than we did the entire game.
Yeah. I mean, Tide Hollow got in a good 8 points.
He did.
But here we just pass, let him stack his trigger, and kill him when it resolves. I was like, Ancestral, you're never going to get to enjoy those cards.
He basically just played, like, some kind of weird bug. Or not bug, sorry. What color scheme is this? What is it? Green, black, blue?
Yep.
Yeah, anyway, it was just card draw. But so that was a good game.
Yep.
We were more mid-rangey that game, which was kind of surprising, but like their cheap hand destruction was really valuable.
Yeah, I mean, it's real good.
I know we bring in Gideon.
Yeah, Gideon, we were like, okay, let's just put in Gideon. He's just an all-around good card. Like, I really like that Gideon right now. I believe we left in Hex Mage because it's real good. Yeah, Ever After, just real unimpressive. I mean, we don't have a whole lot of creatures, so that's partly our fault for building it wrong.
Well, when we pulled in the Hex Mage, too, because...
well, no, Hex Mage is main deck.
Is Hex Mage main deck?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hex Mage is just real good, because it's like, hey, that's a nice Planeswalker.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we talk about this for a second. We talk about whether or not we're keeping a Johnny and bringing in Gideon.
Yeah.
Or like what we're going to cut for Gideon. And
we
all
cut
stuff.
Chainer's Edict. It was real
we
easy.
We thought about bringing in Roast. I think we might actually bring in Roast. I
Nope,
can't remember.
We don't.
No.
It was real easy. It was just take out Chainer's Edict because he didn't seem to play a lot of creatures. He was playing Super Friends. So Chainer's Edict. And then we just go ahead with what we went with. Gideon and Vampire Hexmage.
Hexmage is real fun.
Yeah, and then we see this hand. Emrakul can't keep it. Yeah. Can't keep it.
It hurts. If we had a white source, it could have been keepable. But
yeah. This hand not bad. You got the Lantern, you got the Unmaking, 2/3 drops, but you get a Scry, put that at the bottom. Don't need a land.
We have all of our mana base set up. All our colors are represented.
Yep. It was real good. Real good hand. It's a good 6. Then we draw a land, of course, naturally.
And of course it hurts. But, I mean, we've got the value in hand. We got the mana fixing. We're set on mana. We draw anything, we can play it.
Yep. He goes Jitte, and we're like, oh. I somehow forget to end of turn because I had my F6 pushed. So.
Happens.
Yeah. But it didn't matter. We weren't going to play anything turn 2 anyways.
Yeah.
So it's not like we lost anything.
And it's not like we have any shock lands in the deck. So.
Right. See me checking my control, my keys. I was like, what button? I need to turn this off.
Remembering how to play Moto.
Yeah, and then I realized, crap, I'm turning this upkeep off. We're not doing any tricks right now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the Jitte's scary, especially in this setting. Like, it's something.
And we're like, oh, Shardless Agent.
We played it, actually. We had it in one of our other decks. It put in work.
Yeah.
This guy cascades into something awful, if I'm not mistaken. Or he doesn't. He gets nothing.
He doesn't use it.
Yeah. I don't know if that was a punt or, like, what's going on there, but...
Yeah, I don't understand what happened, but, you know. It's whatever.
We just sack this.
Get our plateau.
Of course. Dual lands feels good.
Yeah.
Play this. Bring in the Banishing Light. Just deal with that, like, right now.
Yeah, Banishing Light on Jitte is important.
No-brainer.
Card's too good.
We're ahead. Or he's ahead on board states. We have to deal with it. He's just going to throw it on the Cascade or on Shardless and then start putting in some nasty beatdowns otherwise.
Yep.
One swing and that card gets out of hand.
Yep, absolutely. Our hand, very mediocre.
It is. Like, we've got removal and it's alright. Then we pull the Mind Stone and we're like, I
mean, it's fair to draw it, though, you know. You get the...
Yeah.
We go Lantern into Mind Stone here. Lantern, land, Mind Stone, just to build our board. You know, we're ramping a little bit. We've added 3 mana to the board this turn. Pretty good turn. Next turn, if we wanted to, we have 7 mana. If we draw Shieldred or Elishnorn, we're playing them.
Yeah, big board state.
Yeah.
He's still ahead on board state, which is alright.
Yeah.
He's down to 3 cards because he didn't draw... He sideboarded into, like, almost a new deck, which was weird.
Yeah, we didn't see the black like we saw in the first game, for sure.
Yeah. Of course, we draw a land, and then we get to draw off Mind Stone, which Mind Stone, once again, is the draw is nice.
Yeah, it's a good value.
Flooded.
It's for sure good.
Yeah, I love Mind Stone in limited settings. Cubes, it's just good.
Yeah.
It's a good mana rock. It does good stuff.
Yep. And he's beating us. He's beating us down.
Yeah. I think we talk about unmaking that, like...
Yeah, nah. We get our Nahiri, we're like, sweet.
This is what happens. We pull our Nahiri, and we're like, oh.
Then we're like, okay, well, we're going to try Gideon first, because we don't want to lose our Nahiri to a counter.
Right.
So we go Gideon, which is actually great, because we find out he's F6'd. And we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, which we stick a Gideon and make a dude to block the Shardless Agent.
Yeah.
So, regardless.
Yep. Once we
Gideon's just value.
Yep.
I'm excited to see what kind of decks brew up with the new Gideon.
Oh, Gideon Tribal, I'm telling you.
It's a thing.
I'm like debating, do we just make an emblem? But no, let's make a knight. Get some bodies on board. Get our board presence built. Get some power, some threats. And then he just decides not to attack anymore. He doesn't want to trade his Shardless Agent for our knight, which was fair. Again, a land, yay.
That's fair. And then from here, we just make a dude and then play Nahiri.
Yeah, I mean it's Gideon emblem. Because we saw the Venser in the first game, and it's kind of tough to go in with it, but you get in for 2. See if he wants to trade. Which at 20 life, I don't see why you would.
Right. And then Nahiri comes down.
Yeah, we just go for it.
He doesn't know we have an Emrakul.
No, because we kept it in the last game. We kept it in our hand.
Yeah. So we're giddy. We're like schoolgirls right here. We're laughing. Yeah. It's great. We get to stick to Nahiri. Now we just have to worry about keeping her alive long enough to...
I choose not to discard. I like both cards in her hand. Mannequin, reanimate stuff. Anguish Unmaking, deals with stuff. No reason to discard those cards. There's nothing in our deck. And we don't want to draw Emrakul, so there's no reason to draw there. Don't get greedy.
Right. He was tapping a lot of weird stuff, and we're like,
he decays our Banishing Light, which he got Jitte back, and I was like, okay, well, that's good. We're going to unmake that now.
He goes to equip, and we're like, no.
Yeah. And I almost make a very crucial mistake here, and I'm glad you caught it.
This is almost bad.
Yeah, because I don't realize that I've clicked on the Shardless Agent, and I go to...
Like, whoa. Cancel that.
I go to remove...
Click on the...
Yeah, click on the good card. And I'm like,
realistically, it probably wouldn't have been that bad of a misplay just because of his status, but just to be safe.
Yeah, but if he plays anything, literally, like I don't know, any creature, he just puts Jitte on it and attacks, and then bam, Jitte has 2 counters.
Skinrender comes in.
Yes.
We're shouting insult to injury here.
Yeah, Skinrender was a pretty good draw.
Yeah.
It allows us to get in for 9 because we fire up Gideon, swing for 5 with him, and then 2 knights. And we have a blocker for whatever hasty green, blue, or black creature he could create.
Yeah. Not to mention, Skinrender looks really cool because he looks like a xenomorph.
Yeah, there's that.
I'm a big Alien fan.
So, go to attacks, get in for 9.
Just blast the face.
Yeah.
We're getting, like, super antsy here because Emrakul is a real possibility.
Yeah.
We're sitting here like, dude.
As long as we don't draw it on our next draw step, we're good. The problem is he has Venser, he has outs to bouncing Nahiri, which I'm sure he was playing for.
Yeah.
But he just never hit. He plays, a card Tameo, and it's that's not going to save you. He doesn't know that it's not going to save him. He thinks he's... But even if he doesn't play anything else, he's still dead to Gideon and 2 knights, which I don't...
Yeah, I think he thinks worst case scenario we play one of the big dumb, like a Grave Titan or something.
Right, but, first thing I do is go get Emrakul.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is we didn't have to. And I kind of feel bad about this, but I don't, because I would expect it from anyone ever playing Limited who got the enchantments to do this.
Absolutely. And that was it.
And this is it.
Well, that cut off
a bit. We literally sit here for... It goes black because... We sit there for, 12 to 18 minutes?
Yeah, it was a good 10-minute portion of the video I had to cut because he sat there trying to time us out. He'd wait 5 minutes, do something, and then we would pass priority right back, and he'd wait another 5 minutes.
And then he'd scoop.
And then he'd pass priority back, and then we'd do something immediately, and finally he scooped once he got to having to sacrifice his permanents.
Yeah, he was trying to time
I don't like it. I understand being upset in a game, but I don't like wasting people's time. I don't like trying to be the scumbag to win.
But I mean, it felt so good cheating in Emrakul.
Yeah, did we need to cast Emrakul? No. But like I said, anything can happen. He had 1 green man up. If he fogs it and we don't get to attack, who knows what happens?
Right. But, well, my favorite concept is this. Like, if I'm playing against a guy and he does that to me, I'm going to be salty. But at the same time, I'm going to be like... Dude, I just got Emrakul and Limited.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But like I said, I'm not a fan of that style. If that's your style, whatever. But if you've lost, you've lost. Don't sit there and try to drag it out.
That was it. Anyway.
Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell us how bad we are at this game. It's fine.
Yeah, boy.
Yep. Until next time.